How's it going? Welcome to Crafting Cars. Today we're going to be tackling a couple of projects on the 2013 Chevy Sonic RS. The first one is going to be a coolant temperature sensor because I'm having issues with engine codes and the car is running very rough because the coolant temperature sensor is bad. So it's pegged out hot, it's thinking it's overheating. The coolant fans won't stop running. As soon as you turn the ignition key on, they're on full blast. And that's maybe causing the ECU to try and compensate. It's running super rich, trying to save itself because it's thinking it's running pegged out hot, but it's not. So I'm going to be tackling that. And I also have a new cabin air filter, which is a very overlooked PM to do. It can cause, as soon as you turn the heat or air conditioning on, it passes through this filter. And as it gets older, if you're taking it through car washes and you're sucking in that wet air, the filter can get very dirty, moldy even. So it's a good idea to replace that. Since that's the easiest, I'm going to go ahead and tackle that first. Okay, so the cabin air filter is going to be located usually right behind the glove box. So what you're going to do is you're going to pop it open. I've already removed everything inside. Subi, watch out. Watch out. Subi, go on. Okay, come on. Alright. So I've already moved everything inside. Normally what you do next is you pinch in the two sides and you'll feel the guides fall down just like that. And it looks like it's hitting on a little something. Yep, right there. And now this one, I'm just going to pull out and let sit just like that. So right down in here, right behind this is going to be where the cabin air filter is. I've already released the tabs. You lift it up. There's your cabin air filter. So I'll go ahead and try and slide this out. Oh yeah, I can see all the debris on it. I can see all the debris on it already, so I'm just gonna use my knife here to try and guide it out. Whoo-wee, that's dirty. Dirty, 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 just as I suspected. So now I'm going to grab my new cabin air filter. It's just a MicroGuard brand, which is typical OEM stuff. This is a carbon filter replacement. So the color is going to be very similar to the old one, but you can see whereas this one looks like that, okay? See nice and in between everything. It's pretty clean carbon charcoal color compared to this one, which even the white is showing signs of dirt and debris. All the way along the backside, you can see everything that's inside there. It's caught a lot of stuff, and there's also, you see all that falling? Oof, shouldn't have done that. So anyways, that one's very dirty. So now, I'm going to go ahead and put this one back in. And just like that, there's a new cabin air filter inside. Next up is going to be just to guide this back to where it needs to be. There. Push the tabs in. Ta-da! Cabin air filter, all done. Alright, now it's the next morning. I went and picked up a new coolant temperature sensor. Alright, so here's the upper radiator hose right here. Follow it back. Here's the coolant neck and everything like that. And I follow this wire right here down there. You can see the plug. So now what I have to do is this wire right here. I'm just going to reach down in there and undo the plug just like that. Now hopefully you can see a little bit better. There it is. What it's going to be is there's going to be a little clip. So I'm just going to grab a pair of pliers. I'm going to pull that clip out. Look down in there. Get a good look at. So there. Hopefully you guys can see this. Yep. There's the clip. That's all it is. It just goes right around the sensor here. Just holds it in you end up snapping it down and over, just like that, and it locks it in place. So that's essentially what it does, and there's a little plastic shroud that comes out and around. So, now that I have this pulled out, what I'm going to do is what you should do is drain all the coolant. But coolant's expensive, and I'm cheap. So I'm just going to try and be real fast. So I'm going to grab some paper towels and rags, lay it underneath there, and I'm going to pull the old one out and shove the new one in there real quick and seal the hole back up. Paper gold right here.
Here goes.
Now what you're going to do is you're going to take that clip, stick it back down into its two holes, just like that. Now because there is coolant down there and whatnot, I'm going to be using some dielectric grease. I'm just going to put that on the prongs to make sure that I get a good seating connection. I don't have an intermittent signal. Just a little dollop down in there. Don't need much of this stuff. Just like that. Now you take your plug right here. Just like that. Okay, now that that's in there, now it's time to go into the cab of the car. I'm going to clear all the codes, and then I'm going to go ahead and start her up and let her try and figure everything out and make sure that it's working good. Okay, now that I'm in the car, I'm going to grab my code reader, hook it up to the OBD2 port, just like that.
My coolant codes. Can you erase them all?
Okay. Now I'm just systematically going through and erasing all the codes from each one of the different parameter banks on the ECU. Last one. Alright, 0 codes remaining. Now it's time to start the car. So far, so good. Okay, so you can tell all we have now is normal engine noise, and she's running a lot smoother than she was. All I'm going to do now is go ahead and check for any coolant leaks from the sensor that I replaced. Nothing but some residual coolant there from replacing the sensor. So just for good measure, I'm going to go ahead and shut the hood, take it for a quick test drive around the block, make sure that no codes pop up, nothing pops loose that shouldn't, and that the fans aren't running abnormally fast. Alright, so the test drive went well, nothing abnormal popped up. It's super nice to have the check engine lights off, and the car's back to being reliable. I'm just going to go ahead and keep an eye on the coolant level and the coolant temperature as we go forward, just to make sure that there isn't anything else that comes back. Otherwise, thanks for watching. Appreciate you all sticking around. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Thanks.